Hello dear student. Today I'm going to describe you about a GUI based window application program developed in Microsoft Visual Basic Studio 2010 Express. So first of all I clicked on the Windows Start button and then I went to the option Microsoft Visual Studio 2010 Express. I clicked here and I clicked on Microsoft Visual Basic Studio 2010 Express, and then the very starting page of Visual Basic 2010 Express came, and then I clicked on this Windows application report card. These all projects I developed in this Visual Basic 2010 Express. So here I created this one Windows application report card. I clicked here and this GUI based application program is opened. Here I have used many toolboxes. Each and every toolbox within the toolbar is called object. So here how many toolbox label boxes I have used, I'm telling you: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 label boxes I have taken and I have selected and I have pasted on the form to write something. And you can see, if you select any label box, the name of the label box is coming. Suppose this is label 1, so label 1 is the name of the first label box. Then you select this, you can see label 2 is the name of the second label box. Then you select this, the next one, label 3 is the name of the third label box. Then you can select the next one, label 4 is the name of the fourth label box. Then you select the next label box, label 5 is the name of the next label box, fifth label box. Like this I have taken totally 13 label boxes to write something. So first label box I took for writing student report card. Then enter name, enter class, enter section, enter roll number. For these I have taken label boxes, and then one heading. For this heading I have taken one label box, enter subject mark, and then 6 subject must be mentioned. For that 6 label boxes I have taken, and accordingly after that the last heading, student overall report of academic development, that for that heading I have used another label box. To totally 13 label boxes I have used. Now the text box, here I have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 text boxes I have taken. So why I have taken it? Because text box is a box, is an object which is used for uh, taking input and showing output. So here in the first cases, this text box, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 text boxes I have taken for the input data, and last 4 text boxes I have taken to show the output data. So now I'm telling you how you can judge a text box. You click on the text box, you go to the property, you can see text box 1, it is the name of the first text box. You select the next text box, you can see the text box 2 is the name of the second text box. You select the next text box, you can 3, text box 3 is the name of the third text box. You can select here next text box, you can see the name of the next fourth text box as text box 4. So like this you can select the text box and the name will be shown in the property window of that text box. So like this each and every text boxes are there. So the last text box will be text box 14, as we have taken 14 text boxes. So the name of the last text box will be text box 14. Now I'm running the program and see what is the effect. This is the run button. You can click F5 button on your keyboard, or you can press this run button, and then the window form is running. So this is the window form. You can enlarge it, then it will be enlarged, or you can just minimize it, then it will be minimized. Now I'm inputting the data. Suppose I'm giving the name of the student, it is Kuntal Ghosh. Suppose Kuntal Ghosh is a student, then press tab. Then I'm giving the class, enter class, I'm giving 8. Then press tab, intersection, I'm giving B. then press tab, I'm giving enter roll, I'm giving 37 or 36, then press tab English marks, suppose I'm giving 86, press tab Bengali or Hindi, suppose I'm giving 84, press tab math, I'm giving 80, 86, again press tab SST, I'm giving 79, again press tab science, I'm giving 81, again press tab now computer, I'm giving 94. So all the inputs within the 10 first 10 text boxes are given. After that we need to show the total mark, average, percentage and attendance. Now these four are buttons, and for the buttons I have written the code, and according to the code the report card will be generated. So first total mark, I'm clicking on the total mark, you can see the total marks is coming, that is 516. Now average, I'm clicking on the average button, then 86 average is coming, percentage 86 is coming, attendance, the student has attended 78% of the class throughout the year. So how I have used this total mark button, this percentage button, the average button and attendance button, and when I'm clicking again, I'm just deleting this part, I'm deleting this part, and again I'm showing it. First I'm clicking on total marks, the total mark is calculated and shown here, and average, I'm clicking on average, the average is coming from these input marks, percentage is also coming by calculating these input marks, and attendance is coming, that is from the database it is coming. So how these calculations are done, how the programming are done, so now let us see. So I'm crossing the running window and I'm getting back this window. This is called what? This is called the design window. So you want to have the code window, you need to click any of the button. So these are all the button boxes, so 4 button boxes I have taken. So if you click here on one button, you can see the name of the button, button 1, next button, button 2, next button, button 3, next button, button 4. Like this I have taken 4 button. And remember one thing, by clicking on the button we will get the output from the program. And in a GUI based VB application program, for the buttons we write the code, because by clicking the button we provide the output. So on the based of the on the buttons we write the code. So how we did it, let's see that. So first I'm clicking total mark, so you double click on the button and then this code window will open. I have taken 7 variables. Okay, how to take the variable? You need to write dim, their dimension, then name of the variable x as integer. So x is an integer. Same way I have taken x, y, z, p, q, r and total, these 7 integer variables. And after that you can see in the design window here the English mark is taken by the text box 5. Okay, now you go to this part. So how the user will give the value and how you will take the user value from the text box into your variable. So this is the code, x equal to val text box 5 dot text. So how I'm taking it, you please see once again. So suppose I'm going to the design window. In the design window you see English marks is given in the text box and the name of the text box is text box 5, and you can see that English mark is given in the text box 5. So you can see text box 5 is taking the user input. Now you go to the code. So suppose user has given a value, a mark for the English in text box 5. So I'm writing x equal to val text box 5 dot text. That means the value, the mark given by the user within the text box 5, that value, that means val, I'm taking into x. Like this way, in the design window you can see Bengali or Hindi marks is given in this text box and the name of the text box is text box 6. So now go to the code window. You can see I have written y equal to val text box. You should write here text box 6. So text box 6 dot text, that means whatever mark is given in text box 6, that will be going to y. Okay, go to here, go to the design window. You see math marks is given in the text box 7. So now you go to the design window. You can see I have written here that z equal to val text box 7 dot text. That means whatever mark user has given in the text box 7, that value will be going to z, and value is indicated by val is a keyword, is a special word in Visual Basic that represents the value, the marks that is given by the user in text box 7, that will be going to z. Now again go to the code design window. The SST mark is given here in this text box. The name of the text box is text box 8. So I have written here that here p equal to val text box 8 dot text. So the SST mark will go to p. And next one, you can see in the design window, this text box 9, here the science mark is given. So I'm writing here like this, that q will take the mark given within the text box 9, and that is the science mark. Again go to the design window. The computer mark will be given by the user within this text box. The name of the text box is text box 10. So here you need to write that r equal to text box 10 dot text. That means the text box 10 will have the computer mark, and that is going to r. That means the English mark will be given in text box 5, and that value will go to x. Then the next one, that is the Bengali or Hindi mark, will be given by the user within the text box 6. That value will be going to y. Then the math mark will be given by the user within text box 7. That will go to z. Then the SST mark will be given within text box 8. That will be going to p. Then the science mark by the user is given into text box 9. That will be going to q. And the computer mark will be given within the text box 10. That will be going to r. And how we are using the val function or val keyword. This val function or val keyword is helping to take the value from the particular text box. So val is mainly a function that is taking the value of from a particular text box, and it is inputting into a particular variable. Now you can see one thing, that here this is the button, that is the button 1. Okay, and you can see in the button 1, the name of the button is button 1. So for this button we write code here, and now all the marks are taken from x to r. And now we have already taken another variable, that is total, and it is also an integer variable. We have written total equal to x plus y plus z plus p plus q but plus r, and then all the marks are added, and then it is stored in total variable. And then we are writing text box 11 dot text equal to total. That means you can see in the design part, this is the text box where the total mark will be displayed. So now you can see this, the text box name is 11, text box 11. So now you get back to the code. So I have written text box 11 dot text equal to total. That means total mark will be displayed on the text box 11. So the same code, these same things I have taken here, and I'm pasting here the same thing. And after that, this part will be same for all the buttons. So I'm just pasting here these all for the different buttons. Okay, so you remember this all for the different buttons, but I'm taking it. Okay, so now this is the part, and I'm saving the form also, no problem. And now I'm going to the next part, that is the average. So you double click on the average button. First you see the name of the button is button 2. and you double click on the second button, that is the average, and you can see already I've written the code. Here also I have taken 7 integer variables: x, y, z, p, q, r, and average. Here I can take the average as float also. I need to see the float is there or no. Float is not there. Double is there. Yes, double is there. So double is a data type that helps to take integer number or the point value. Okay, so remember this. And now you can see, or say 6 variables I have taken for 6 marks, 6 subject marks, and average I have taken as double. This integer, this double is called data type, that that specifies the type of the data the variable will take. And as usual, you can see that the English mark is given within the box 5, and box 6 the Hindi or Bengali marks, and box 7 the you can see math marks is given. So like this, there are 6 boxes, where text boxes, where the user will give the 6 subject mark, and each and every subject mark is stored in x, y, z, p, q, r respectively. Now here, this is the button 2. You can see it is the button 2, and you can see in the design window, button 2, we are finding average. So we are getting back to the code. So we have taken a variable that is called average, and average is taken with the double data type. That means we can print the point value also. So we have written average avg equal to x plus y plus z plus p plus q plus r by 6. So average will be taken, and then we are going to the design view. The third button, the name of the third button is button 3, and the name of the button is button 3, but here the button will calculate the percentage. We are double clicking on the percentage. Here also the same thing, the same code: x, y, z, p, q, r. 6 variables I've taken for taking the 6 subject marks, and one percentage I've taken, and we should taken the percentage as double. Okay, so the point value can come. And here 6 subject marks are taken in x, y, z, p, q, r from the text boxes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 correspondingly, and then the percentage is calculated by adding all the 6 marks by 600 into 100, and then the percentage is given to text box 13. Okay, and now you can see it. And now again I'm just running the program, and let's see that what is happening. So I'm running the program. Okay, now you give again the value. Suppose I'm giving uh, Anirban uh, Anirban Ghosh. This is the name of a student. Tab, then press tab. Class 8, press tab. Section B, press tab. uh, Roll number 35, 34, press tab. Suppose you are giving 87, then 89. English mark is 87. Bengali or Hindi marks 89. Press tab. Mathematics marks is 82. Press tab. Science SST is 79. Press tab. Science is 84. Press tab. Computer is 92. Okay, now click on the total marks. You will see 513 is the calculated total marks. Average marks 85.5, percentage mark 85.5, and attendance 78%. So this is the final report card, final output of the student academic calculation. So this much for today. Thank you, student.